You want to improve your kick serve? You've got to work on your technique. But there's so much more to it, and that's why I have this mat out here, because I'm going to show you 2 powerful ways that you can improve your kick serve without even hitting a ball. My name is Jeff Salzenstein, the founder of Tennis Evolution, passionate about helping you. We've got some of the best online instruction on the planet to help you get to the next level. And in today's video, I'm answering a question from a player that said, hey, I want to improve my kick serve, but I'm concerned about having that low back pain. That low back pain, especially when I arch my back. How do I get around that? Well, you've got to be doing things off the court, or in this case, on the court, using a mat and using your body. You've got to do what I call the body serve connection, doing corrective exercises to improve the function of your body so that you can put yourself in that position that could create strain on your lower back, create stress on your spine and the rest of your body. All right, let's get into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of exercises that can make a huge difference to help you with that kick serve. Now, first, a little bit of anatomy. So bear with me for a moment. You've got to open up your thorax, which is the mid-back area. The thoracic spine, you have the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, and the cervical spine. You need to open up your chest. Most people are tight and constricted. They're walking around with slumped shoulders. We got to get those shoulders back, get confident, be positive. Stand up straight, open up your chest. Now, deep breathing in this area can help, but I want to show you a quick way that you can open up your chest on a more consistent basis. So what I would do is I would get a foam roller. You can get this on Amazon or Target or Walmart. And what you're going to do is don't go on your low back here. You're going to go on your mid back here. And what you're simply going to do is just roll up and down. You might even feel some of the vertebrae kind of adjust. You shouldn't feel any pain, but you're massaging out your back. This tissue gets tight, okay? Now, once you've done that, you're going to set up again in that lower to mid back region. Again, we don't want it here. We want it up near the mid back. You can put your hands behind your head here, and you're simply going to arch over the ball and breathe. You're going to come up and breathe. I'm just going to do 2 passes. Now, you can move up another segment. So you're moving up a little bit higher. I feel this just underneath my shoulder blades now. And I'm going to arch again. I'm not arching from my low back. I'm feeling it in my rib cage area. Down, up. I'll do 1 more pass. Now, if you do that a couple times a week, let's say 3 times a week, your spine's going to get healthier. You're going to work on your breathing when you do that. That's handling your thoracic spine. Now, we got to handle the hips too. You see, what's happening is if you have low back pain, there's a good chance you don't have mobility in your mid-back and you don't have the mobility in your hips. You don't have the mobility in your hips. So, what we're going to do is we're going to get into a position that I call the 90-90. This is going to be tough for some of you. You got tight hips. You're not going to be able to find this position. But you should practice to the point where you can actually sit up straight and be in this 90-90. If you can't, you're going to support yourself with your hands. Now, we're going to add a little bit of rotation here. So I'm in my 90-90 position, feeling a stretch in my hips. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate down here. Deep breath. Now, I could rotate to the other side, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to stay on the same side and do 1 more rep. Okay? Now, when I've done several of those reps on that side, I'm going to switch over here. Now, what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to rotate. So now what I'm doing is I'm getting a stretch in the hips. I'm opening up the hips, and I'm also learning to rotate my spine more. We got to get the spine to move more, especially in the mid-back area, not the low back. The low back's not gonna move as much. But you're gonna keep working on this rotation. Foam roller got jealous, rolled away, because I'm doing too many hip stretches. But these are amazing. So see if you can even get down to this position. You wanna try to get your knee down to the ground. You wanna get your knee down to the ground here. If you don't have this mobility, it's gonna be tough to hit a kick serve. So those are 2 big tips that I wanna give you. And don't worry, this video is not over yet. I'm gonna give you one more bonus tip. But we gotta open up thoracic, okay, or thorax. We've gotta open up the hips. All right, we gotta open up the hips, so important. We gotta, above and below the low back, focus on below the low back, above the low back, and that's gonna help you to be able to open up your spine. The best players in the world, when they serve, they're able to open up their spine. If you look at Sampras or Federer, they can open up. The players that can't do it, they squat down and their spine looks straight like this. It's not bowing or opening up. You're only as healthy as your spine. And so at Tennis Evolution, it's not just about tennis instruction. We want you to be healthier on and off the court. I learned this because I had 2 surgeries by the time I was 24, and I went on a deep search to understand the human body and the anatomy, and I worked with some of the best in the world on this. So those are 2 great exercises. Now what I want to do is I want to explain something really important. When you get to the trophy position here, a lot of players, again, they squat like this. There's no engagement in the butt, in the glutes. So what you want to do is you want to practice getting to the trophy, and you want to squeeze your glutes. You want to push your hips forward and squeeze your glutes. Now that might be hard for a lot of you to find. So let's simplify and modify. I did 100 of these yesterday. My girlfriend it was a torture on the glute bridges. She made me do 100 of these. But you do simple glute bridges to work on your glute activation. So what you can do is you're simply going to lift up and hold for a second, and you should feel a squeeze in your glutes. If you feel any stress in your low back, you should immediately stop. But you're working on squeezing the glutes. You're pushing down with your feet into the ground, and you're squeezing your glutes. Notice how my hips are pushing forward. Remember what I said about the trophy position? Hips pushing forward. We're training the body to get to here. We don't want to be loose here. So train your glutes. Those are still part of your hips last time I checked. So we're working on the mid-back and we're working on the hips. These 2 exercises are going to help you with your kick serve, your regular serve, and the rest of your game, your movement around the court. It's a holistic total body approach, the body serve connection, the body tennis connection. Thanks to Dr. Greg Rose and Titleist Performance Institute and Racket Fit for teaching me this body serve connection. I was already onto it before, but these guys helped me a lot, so a shout out to them. You're awesome for tuning in this long. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you use these exercises to help you with your serve and the rest of your game. Click the link below to get more injury prevention exercises, more tips on how to improve your serve, your forehand, your backhand, your footwork. We're here to help. Got a free membership for you, no credit card required, absolutely free. Click the link below or somewhere in this video, and also make sure you leave us a comment or a question below. We're here to help. It's Jeff Salzenstein, so passionate about giving you what you need to get to the next level and find more enjoyment on the court and off. Thanks so much.